Pax Europiana here to express my solidarity. Also the name of the Southeastern European countries, the NATO allies with Ukraine at this moment. There was important exchanges on Twitter already and expression of the NATO allies, Montenegro and also Macedonia, Albania with Ukraine in this crisis. And it's very important to build a strong alliance of Ukraine with the NATO allies in the Balkans. Of course, Serbia is a Russian asset under Vucic. Hopefully they change on the 3rd of April. But it's very important that Ukraine integrates fully in the Southeastern European structures, in Regional Cooperation Council, in CEFTA, in all the energy community. It's already a member there. And on that role model to join the Center of Excellence for Finance and the Public Administration, all the things I actually say since 2016. And I get rejected because they don't understand me here in the Foreign Ministry. But still, okay, good policy. It's never too late. I express here the solidarity, Bosnia, and is very much pro-Ukraine, and Croatia, and Macedonia, Albania, Kosovo as well. By the way, recognition of Kosovo would be perfect. Putin would be hell and mad about it. Yeah, perfect. And it is not the same like Crimea, let's never forget. He is making the wrong comparison because it was Milosevic doing genocide in Kosovo, and it's now Putin doing ethnic cleansing in Crimea against Crimean Tatars and a lot of human rights problems, which he actually should be excluded from the Council of Europe, because as a Council of Europe member he obviously should behave decently according to human rights of Europe, but he doesn't in Crimea against the Crimean Tatars. So what I say, Ukraine should have, as a powerful country, her own Balkan policy, join the Balkans, and together with the allies who just integrated into NATO, like Macedonia, Montenegro. Of course, Albania already since 2009 arrived in NATO. It is really, that's the company to seek, and then to build the alliance with them to join the EU as well in the future. That is my strategy since 2016. Nobody really has listened to me too much, but there was some agreement with Albania and Ukraine. Now there's an ambassador here. That's really good, a free trade agreement, and that's very good steps also with Montenegro. So joining CEFTA, the Central European Free Trade Agreement, would be the next logical step for Ukraine and Georgia in this crisis. And then to be EU potential candidate country and join the Adriatic Charter and all the things I have written with Andreas Umland already 4 years ago. Still they have not happened. So good policy seems to take a long time, but we would be much further already advanced in the EU accession and in progress and in implementation of DCFTA if they had done what I told them to do, because it's a very logical way. But our political elite, often paralyzed for fear and paid by Putin, they are obviously not ready for anything meaningful for Ukraine. Just the minimal of support is done, and the Germans a bit more, but the Austrians a bit less. So it adds up, and ultimately we are now again pushed and shaken by Putin's tanks, and we are totally paralyzed, not knowing what to do. But guys, I know what to do. Integrate Ukraine in Southeastern Europe, treat it like Croatia, treat it like Macedonia and Albania. That's really not perfect, but Croatia actually quite good. And add the Euro pack like in Bulgaria, then of course the EU potential candidate status, stabilize the currency, and then reform it like, by the way, SME reforms. Yeah, I have written all the concept on my website, it's available. It's not so complicated, just do it. I've written it in a month in 2016 before I was fired for that. Actually, that's how it is, yeah. Anyhow, that's my own tragedy. I can just say, guys, if you continue to treat yourself as the most special country in the world, then probably you will fail. If you treat yourself like Croatia, please don't get me wrong, not like the Croatia of the current president and the useless prime minister, because I'm really very angry with them how they behave now, because they are spoiled brats now in the EU and they have forgotten what needs to be done. But the Croatia of Mrs. Kosova and the Croatia also maybe of Mr. Tudjman. He was really a war hero, let's not forget. Yeah? Anyhow, that's another story to stay for the past. I'm not advocating for that. I advocate for a decent integration of Ukraine in the Southeastern European reform structures which Mr. Buzek has built up. He knows very well, and that's very decent way to do it, and I cannot understand why it has not happened already. But I hardly give up, never ever. So another video here in the hope for the decency will win and Ukraine to be member of the Regional Cooperation Council, of CEFTA, of the other 20 organizations we have in Southeastern Europe so successfully, and also to have our own Balkan policy, to oppose Serbian Russian links, yeah, and to counter them with decency in links with and allies, especially Macedonia, Albania, Montenegro, and also Croatia should return to reason. I will work on that as well in the coming weeks and months. Yeah. So more to come from Pax Europiana. Bye.